Hi, I am making this recording to show you how to use Constant Contact to create e-blasts. The first thing that we do, and I'm going to go to an empty tab here, and you have done this for sure, just log into Constant Contact as you normally do. As you probably know, there are a limited number of emails associated with it, and sometimes an account has to be verified. Right now, it's my phone number that texts come to. So if you can't get in, reach out to me and then try again, and I would give you the code. So the first thing that we do, and what we're going to do today is a very simple email test. We're not going to do the weekly e-blast. That's more complicated, but once you understand the basics of how it works, then it becomes way less complicated. So we have something simple that we're going to send out. Say it's just an announcement, and maybe it has a couple of links in it. The best way to start is to just copy a prior campaign that has the same general look and feel that you want to use. So you go to marketing, click on all campaigns. These will all list in reverse chronological order with the most recent at the top. So here you can see the second Seder. I'm recording this shortly after we have sent that. So I'm going to scroll down till I find a single topic email that I can copy from. Oh, here's a good one. It's one that was sent for Nifty, and it has the garden as the background. So that's great. We don't have to bother to change the background. It's just very generic. So we do copy, which is the same as save as. It leaves the original email as is and just gives you a new version of it that you can change and edit. So we're just going to call this Andrea's test and click save. It will now open it up. Oh, that name's already taken. Oh, that's long story. I was doing another video and it didn't come out. So we'll just call it lesson number 1 and click save. It will open it up for editing. Now, there are a couple of things that we do first. I'm not going to do them now because they're so easy, but you just change the date. You look up the Hebrew date on Google to match it. Change the subject line. I often forget to do this until later, but since I'm not forgetting right now, we're going to click on it and we're just going to make this up. We're going to say, Andrea is learning Constant Contact. That's the subject line, okay? Save, and it will show up right there. Now, to do some edits, some of them very, very easy. This one was created with the Nifty Northeast logo, which I had added in. Well, obviously, we don't need that, so you just click on it. You find a little trash barrel. Boom. It's gone. Now, in this case, it actually deleted more than I wanted to, so I'm going to just undo that. I think I clicked on more than just the image itself. I don't know why it's not working or why it didn't work, but we'll just try that. Image, took that out. Okay, and it leaves the logo. So if you make a mistake, just hit undo. There you go. Now I have a few sentences in a Word doc that I'm going to cut and paste in. There's a couple ways to do it. You can just delete this whole text box and add a new one, or you could highlight the text in it. You can highlight the text in it and then copy over your new text. For now, I'll just delete it and add a new one, and that will show you how to add a text box, which is easy. So you click into the text box, find a little trash barrel, boom, the whole text box is gone because this particular email only used one text box for the whole message. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a new text box. So you come over here, click and drag, and you're going to see a purple, magenta-ish, pinkish line. You just kind of roll your mouse until that's where you want it. So I'm going to let go right there. Now there's this extra space here from before. I don't know why. Again, you can delete that too. You just click on it, find the barrel. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's there. We'll do this, and it's gone. Now it has some placeholder text. We're going to copy over that. So what I'm going to do is just highlight it all. And now I'm going to go over to my little Word doc, or you can, go wherever the copy is. Perhaps somebody sent you an email with copy to use. Just go to your email and go in and copy it. So I had already had that highlighted. These are just a few sentences. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to copy it. I use Control-C to copy, but you may use menu commands, whatever you use. Everybody has their preferences. So I hit Control-C. And then I come here and then I hit Control-V, which is paste. And there is the new copy. Now we have some standards for font style and size, etc. All of that is in a really great Google Doc that I'll send you a link to. But for now, I'm going to just change this. I'm going to highlight that text again. We use a font that's in the main list of fonts called Open Sans, and our text is 16. We use 16 for body copy. So just going to do that. There we go. Now, these sentences are set up to show you how to do links to 3 different very common things. One is a link to a web page. In this case, we're going to link to our web page. So how do we do that? You highlight the text that you want people to be able to click on. You could pick the whole whatever you want. I'm just going to highlight link to our web page. And I'm going to click the little link button and click web page. Now, somewhere, I think I've already opened a tab for the temple, but if you haven't, just open up a new tab here. I happen to have it up there. You open the website, you click on the URL, Control C, because again, that's how I copy things, back here, and then you just paste it in, and there is our link. So you click Insert. Now that's a live link. Now formatting for this, we like to do our bold orange. So we take out the underline, we go to the text color. The colors that we use are all down here. We click on the orange and we bold it. And now it looks just like it looks in the eBlast. We'll test all these later. The next one says click the button below to RSVP. But I think I want this sentence as the last sentence. So I'm going to cut that sentence and I'm going to, just as if it's a Word document, paste it right there. So we'll come back to the button. On click here for more information, we often, as you know, have links to PDFs that are either flyers or forms. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. That's also very easy. Let's highlight the click here for more information and let's do a link. We're going to click document here because it's a flyer or some kind of announcement. It will open up a window which will show recent documents that have been uploaded, most of them used in the weekly eBlast. You can show more than 5. You can show 25, 50, or 100. Scan to look for something. This is where we upload the Yahrzeits that you sent us. But the document I want to use, maybe it hasn't been uploaded yet. So you click Upload New Document. Then you go to the location in your computer, whether it's your desktop or a file folder, and you find the document and upload it or drag it into this space. So I'm going to just go to my downloads folder and okay, so here is some interfaith training. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to drag it over here. It takes a moment. And you're going to see 2 icons. One is the PDF itself. That's really important. The other one is just an image of the PDF. Sometimes you want to use an image of a document to show people what it looks like, and then they click on it, and then they can view it. But I don't use these often, so I usually just delete that. I upload the PDF. Now, we're not done. We've uploaded it, but we need to assign it to the link. So it should show up at the top because these are reverse chronological, but sometimes the dates aren't, and sometimes you have to go over here and resort it. But I knew that this was the document, so I click that. I just scroll down, and then I click Insert, and that inserts that there. I'm going to go make my same format changes to the orange, to the bold, and with no underline. Just for uniformity, it looks nice. Now, click the button below to RSVP. You see the buttons that we use in the weekly eBlast. So you come over here to button, you drag it over. Again, you're going to find that purple line. In this case, the button's going to be below. So there's the button. In the eBlast one, they've already been formatted to come out that really nice kind of ovalish type of shape. But here, they're just general. And they're default. They have this default copy. So this is an RSVP button, so I'm going to say click here to RSVP. Now we need to assign this link as well. So 2 things are going to happen here. One is I'm going to click this and Actually, let me click away from it because it's not doing what I want it to do right now. Click here to RSVP. There, right, double click. Sorry, you got to double click. I want to change the color. I'm going to go to our famous orange, and I can change the font, but I'm not going to right now. But to click here to RSVP, it's the same thing that we did before. We find a little link button. For buttons, it's over here. There's the link. Now this is going to be an email, and it's going to go to office@templebethdavid.com. And we click insert. Now, often we have the ability to click in more than one place to do the same thing, and that's really a good practice. I'm not going to do it here, but you can also highlight the RSVP button, assign the same email address to it, and that way people, if they click there and they don't click the button, that's fine. It would work also. But, we're not going to do that now. Now, so say you're done. There are two ways to review and test what you've done. You click the preview and test button. Preview is pretty cool. It opens up a facsimile of the email right here, and then you can check all the links. Okay, so let's test them. Link to our webpage. Bingo, there it is. Go back here. Click here for more information. This should show us the flyer. And it does, the CJP flyer. And click the button to RSVP. And in my case, I use Outlook. It's bringing up an Outlook window and populates the email address. That's really all you need to know to do a basic email. You can always, sorry, I do not want to save my changes. I'm going to go back and do one other thing, though, before I finish. To test an email, to have it arrive in your inbox, you click Send Test, and you put your email address up there. Mine already has a couple populated because I was just working with Steve Goldman, and then it will be sent to your inbox. Once you are ready and done, and you've checked it, and you're ready to either send or schedule, then you hit Continue. You choose your list. We really only use two of these lists, the members only, if it's something that really is for members only, and the weekly eBlast list for our broader audience. You either click Send Now. I'm not going to select one now, but that's what it looks like when you select it because I don't want to send this accidentally. You can either click Send Now or Schedule for later, and then you fill in the particulars and then click Schedule. And then you are done. That's it.